In this video, we're going to take a look at configuration and operation of Genetec's AutoView Plate Reader Cloud. This does require us to install a small plugin. We've done that on our server. Once we've done so, we can see we have our plugin settings here, and under properties, we can see our selected camera. So we're using a P3364. This is one of the few cameras that Genetec has certified. There's only about 6 or 7 that they've certified: Axis, Panasonic, and Sony. Under our common settings, we can see we do have some of the analytics that we found in our AutoView tests, such as plate state, vehicle make, and confidence scores. So we do have some of those basic analytics. We don't have direction of travel or speed estimation. They are not included in Plate Reader Cloud. We actually found that plate state works fairly well. Vehicle make as well, we haven't actually tested simply because of weather. We haven't had this outside, but our plate state, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, has actually been working quite well. Under unit, if we double click, we can see the settings for the LPR camera. So we've selected the P3364. It's going to ask us which stream we want to use. Typically, this is just going to be the live stream. We may also just use a high resolution stream, but this is limited to 1024 by 768, and they recommend 30 frames per second, just so there's a higher chance of capture when that event is started. We can select a second camera to use as the context camera. In this case, we just have an M1125 mounted on our tripod next to it. That camera must also be configured for continuous recording. So we have that just set. Since it is a 1080p camera, it's a wide field of view, 3 frames per second. As far as when to capture, we can capture, if we turn everything off, it will capture all the time. We can also set it to only capture on motion detection, which does require us to have motion detection turned on, either on the unit or on the server. We can also get a little bit trickier with this, so we can select it to trigger only when cross-line detection is triggered, and we can also change it so that an input is required to be active or normal. So if we had a vehicle detection loop, for example, we could tell the camera to send a plate number, then to lift a gate, let somebody into a parking lot. So I'm just going to say okay here, and we'll switch to our live monitoring. So we're just going to flash a couple of plates. We'll see that this looks exactly like AutoView tests we've seen in the past. So we'll see on the right our overview image, and on the left here we have our plate reads. So we can see we're reading EWK 6635 from New York. We're reading a Pennsylvania plate, JFM 8620. So we're reading these completely accurately over about a 10-foot wide, 9 to 10 foot wide field of view. We can also grab these events from our event list and play them back, and here we'll see the full resolution overview image. So by default, overview images in the live stream are low resolution. On a recording, we'll see that full resolution stream. So that's really all there is to live monitoring using Plate Reader Cloud. Search, hit reports, all that sort of stuff is exactly the same as it is in AutoView. So we can refer you to those videos if you want to see more as far as that sort of setup.